Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Last time we transformed some frogs back into frogs and some humans back into humans, or swapped the consciousness around, I suppose. And now we can speak to frogs that reply like frogs. Okay. Now, what else is there left to do in this swamp? I think we've explored it pretty thoroughly, though I want to revisit the Gatorman village with the Midnight Man, and yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. You see a plume of smoke coming from behind a nearby clump of trees and brush, and as you draw nearer, the sound of ragged clacking and giggling can be heard. Ooh, could it be a coven of real swamp witches? Sadly, no. But what you do find is possibly even weirder. A gang of scraggly-looking swamp hillbilly vampires tending a ratty old still. Oh hi, you fellas cooking up a bunch of corn? Nope, rats. Ew. Course, now that you're here, a whole another recipe comes to mind. Let's magic up a solution, shall we? I'm pretty sure you can't actually make booze out of blood. It wouldn't ferment. Why not? Blood sugar is a real thing. Yes, but I'd have to be so diabetic I'd sweat up pancake syrup. Look, maybe I can set you up with some more appropriate ingredients. A few quick mathematical calculations later, and you've opened a portal to the fruits and vegetables dimension and retrieved a bushel of custom bright red ears of corn. There you go, blood corn. I made it by crossbreeding regular sweet corn with blood oranges. Well heck, I reckon that solves our problem nicely. Thanks pal. You gain 18 XP, don't mention it. Now, so we didn't manage to figure out what was going on here with the Midnight Man, how we could solve that. Now, we just have to find the portal again. And the one thing that and I thought about this whole puzzle for a long time, is this rock. We have not really interacted with that rock much. We kept that open all the time. I think we have to put on this and then we're good, right? Is that enough? No, we need more muscle. We have 8 muscle, we need 1 more. I'm sure we can get some of that somehow. Oh, right, also the cow shoes. We should put that on. Do we have a muscle ring or something? No, I don't think so. This one is 1 muscle. Do we have something with 2 muscle? Like Moxie. No, I don't think we do. Now that's unfortunate. That means we're gonna have to use some food or potions. Yes, it seems like it. Okay. Let's look at food for now. Do we have something with muscle? Muscle by 1? Powerful grit? Sure. Yeah, that's a shame to get rid of Salad Shadowed. Wait, do we maybe have a potion? Because that Shadow Salad is pretty good. Gator Punch, melee weapon attacks, Mysticality, Moxie, Muscle, Fish Liver Oil, okay. That's the resistances, okay, we can live without those, that's fine. Yeah, let's write over that. Oiled up, nice. Oh, I forgot to read it, I'm sorry about that. Okay, now we should be able to push that. Yes, there we go. Now if we close that up, and put the portal. Oh, that's this one, okay. If we put the portal into that hut and have it visible, we can make the guy run through the portal. We did that before, but even in this one, because I thought, let's feed him to the Gators. But in the end nothing happened, and I think that might be because the rock wasn't in the way. Right? You're gonna run in there now. Yeah, now you can't escape outside. And you're trapped. This building is way larger than it looks from the outside, and it's absolutely full of sleeping Gatormen. Let's wake some up. Does that work now? Okay, Mind Melt. You take 9 each, you take 6 each, you take 9 each. You have the most HP, okay. Let's cook you. Oh, it's irritated now. Now we really have to get rid of it. And there we go. Now you're gonna attack Simone and you're gonna attack Simone. Okay, you do more damage, so let's whisk you away first. Seems good. You can sap him. Seems fine. There we go. You punch him real quick. There we go. And after that, we can quickly dispatch of it. No issue whatsoever. Yeah, let's whisk it real quick and be done with it. Now, okay, you've thinned the herd a bit. A group of Gators is a herd, right? 19 XP, 68 meat, Gator Punch, Nasty Pastry, Swamp Eel Headband, and Gatorman Hide. And, oh, no, well, I guess we weren't in range to do that at that point. Okay. Something has changed in the devil's demeanor. The antic hopping has ceased, replaced with perhaps a sobriety, a maturity. I spent so long thinking what I would do to you, who trapped me in this cage, and as my hungry mind turned over thoughts of disembowelment and exsanguination, that's removal of the blood, right? I was drawn more and more to the walls of my prison. Why, there is such life here. Consider the growth of the intrepid peat moss, the burble of the cheeky bog water. Your world is quite simply beautiful. It is? Is it? You haven't been here for that long. It is. I never knew there could be beauty such as this. Had I known, my goodness, had I known, I would have lived much differently. I would have truly lived. Thus I renounce mischief in all its forms. I dedicate my life to the care and cultivation of your glorious flora. I will become a gardener. Yes, that's... Oh, a gardener. Okay, a gardener. Okay. Yes, that's how we say it. Let's not make him sad about anything if he's really having such a change of mind. Yeah. I will become a gardener. Okay, so will you release that man? What did you do to that man in the first place? Mr. Jeffers? Oh, I did not ask for him. He came into my house, started crawling along my web. I promised to show him the secrets of the universe, but made him watch a scene of a cow giving its milk to a puffin. That's disgusting. How about letting Mr. Jeffers go? Yes, I think that particular show has gone on long enough. Allow me to bring down the curtain and send him home. He burps. It's long and very loud, and he looks at you apologetically while he does it. After 3 minutes of sustained noise and eye contact, it's over, and the gateway to his dimension has vanished. It's done. Now, help me move this boulder out of the way, that we might be both free. Yes, let's. Okay, good. I didn't need more muscle, and this thing, drained of all its metaphysical energy, it is now just a lousy obelisk. It sure is. Okay, now I'm gonna leave those gators rest for now. The Midnight Man is gone. Ah, Mr. Jeffers. The man you saw in faded form floating in the shadow rift is before you now in flesh and bone. You've freed him. 30 XP. His fierce black eyes fix you with a wild glare. You, what time is it? Hold on, let me check my uncursed pocket watch. What year? It's 1928. Right, okay. Then I've been gone for 26 years. I'm going to need you to fill me in on everything that's happened since 1902. Let's do that. You provide a concise history of the last quarter century. Okay, thanks. Is that alright? Yeah, that's fine, thank you. Disappointing to hear the watchful eye closed its doors. Time to find a new job, apparently. At least the world always needs reporters. Who are you? Nose Jeffers, reporter. Your name is Nose? My nickname is Nose. They call me that because I knows everything. Once I've done my research and talked to my sources, then I knows everything. What's your real name? I'm the reporter here. What's your real name? I'm gonna say J Flag. I'm just gonna be upfront here. And now that's something I knows. What were you doing out here? I came here in 1901 to investigate reports of a strange obelisk in the swamp. It was strange, alright. Took me to a new world where I met the Midnight Man. He promised to show me all knowledge. You understand, for a reporter, that's an impossible offer to resist. Answers to the great mysteries of history. You know, like Neptune? What do we think's going on up there? I believe it's mostly ice with the astronomy minor. That's so? Well, that's good. That's something I knows now. No problem. But that's not what he showed me. I thought if I stared at the cow and puffin long enough, the answers I sought would reveal reveal themselves to me. And did they? No. Maybe if I'd kept at it longer. There was one teat I never got a great look at. I have to go. Will you be alright? I'll tell you. After 26 years looking for what I was looking at, there is one thing I need, and that's a drink. And I'm sure not talking about milk. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the prohibition. Damn, they finally pulled the trigger on that, huh? I do know a place. Jay's place. Look it up. Thanks, friend. I feel comfortable calling you friend at this point. See you there, maybe? Oh, and I should give you something for the trouble, huh? Grover Burgess, our old EIC. Don't know if he's still around. He liked to put out a special edition on his birthday. August 5th. And one we did a few years back, 1900, really broke the bank. If you can find it, I bet that would be worth a lot of money now. Interesting. Well, good luck out there. And with that he departs, wading through the swamp water and out into the world for the first time in over 2 decades. Nice. Alright. Now, did we change anything? No, we just used a potion. Let's go to the bus stop and get out of here. All of a sudden you hear a gator man screaming wildly to your left. Ah! And then just as suddenly another gator man starts screaming to your right. What the? You hear an angry snarl behind you and turn around. Another gator man. Oh no. Oh yes. And then you hear someone say, behind you. So then you turn around again. There's another gator man. You're surrounded. Well, crap. Let's fight them. I think that's reasonable. Alright, so the stench takes its toll, of course. Hot damage to you, 10 to you, 5 to you, and 10 to you. Unpredictable effect, you're gonna do 8 to everyone. Okay, let's cook you then. Plus we can get rid of you outright, so that's good. And once more with feeling. There we go, and it's gone. You are gonna do stench damage, 20 of that. You are gonna heal. Doesn't matter if we can just get rid of you. No, you know what? You. I don't like the unpredictability of it all. There we go. You're gonna heal yourself by 3, that's fine. Goodbye, Simone. Yeah, punch that guy. Some healing, some damage, very good. I'm going to mind melt you, just for the sake of it. And then you get whisked. 40 physical damage, that's crazy. And some healing to Clarence. And goodbye to you, sir. And with that done, XP, meat, pastry, gator punch, and more HP for Turd. Very nice. Oh. Who are you? Hold on, are you Tom? Oh, they're here. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Their car broke down, so they're gonna take the bus. Are you Tom and Kathy? Tom Chapman and Kathy Tracy? Tom Tracy and Kathy Chapman? I think it was Tom Chapman and Kathy Tracy? Right? The boy nods slightly. He can see you've put in the work to remember their surnames. And though you may be at cross purposes, respect must be paid. Who wants to know? I do, isn't it obvious? I'm working for your bass fishing father. I've been looking literally everywhere for you. I do, isn't that obvious? Take a last look. We're on the next bus out. Your folks back home think you were kidnapped or eaten. That's so utterly typical. They can't even conceive that someone might not want to live in the same small little largemouth the same small little largemouth bass life that they do. It's not even a life. Not for us, it's not. The kind of life we want to lead. It's only possible in the city. What kind of life is that? We're gonna start a business making wigs for judges. Is that a job? Are you... I don't think judges wear wigs in this country. It's going to be an international company. That's where the money is, if you know anything about business. I need to take you back to your parents. Hell to that. You need to take us back like a bass needs bones. We're not going back, pal. Not ever. Largemouth Bass and Sons is a trap. All we can ever do there is repeat the same old toxic patterns that our fathers did, our grandfathers did. Debone the fish, rebone the fish, debone the fish. What's the point? It's a mindless life, and it's never going to change. No, pal, not for us. Better to die in poverty than to live a largemouth bass deboner or reboner. Unfortunately, I was hired to bring you home. Listen, friend, we're not going back. There's nothing and nobody that can make us. Please? Oh! Arkham's Gator is real, huh? And shaking the screen wildly. No. Arkham's Gator, you have no power here. Arkham's Gator? That's a real guy? Arkham's Gator is... Why, he's the bane of our lives. Our family's lives. He has haunted us, tortured us, before I was even born. What does he want? Back. Did you just say back? Did you just say Bok? Did you just say Bok? Miserable. Back. We will be miserable if we go back. The Gator sneers. To your surprise, the beast apparently has no intention of killing or eating the children, but means to return them home to Largemouth Bass and Sons. But why? Why would it care? You want them to be miserable? All, yes, miserable back. I don't know what Occam's Gator wants except our whole family to be miserable. I don't know why else he torments us. What's your problem? Misery. You just want to cause misery? Bass misery. To Largemouth Bass and Sons specifically? Why exactly? God. What God? Misery God. You have a god that wants to cause misery to Largemouth Bass and Sons? Amen. What's your god's name? Occam's Gator. Now you leave these kids alone. Thank you, but there's no shaking Occam's gator when he's got his mind set on a thing. Mindset. There's got to be a way we can work this out. Violence. Apart from that, violence, misery. You want to take them back? Be my guest. Change Occam's mind, 7 Moxie, or you want to tussle? Let's tussle. Let's change his mind. I mean, the battles in this game are like, you know, they're okay. Maybe this is gonna give us some interesting dialogue. It's probably gonna be more interesting than battling some souped up boss. Sure, the monster abides by his own obscure ethos, but perhaps you can outthink him. If you let them go, you'll cause more misery to their families. Tom and Kathy will actually be more miserable if they leave. Let's go with the first one. If you let them go, you'll cause more misery to their families. Largemouth Bass and Sons is totally reliant on these children to prop up their failing company. This whole thing is a joke. Without Tom and Kathy, it will all slide slowly but irrevocably into a long, painful era of decline over which looms the grim terminus of business death. That's true. Occam's Gator seems to be giving it some thought. Okay, so let them go, you dope. A slow smile creeps across Occam's Gator's face and keeps on growing until it's made a complete ring around his head. 45 XP. Is that a yes? Or can you teach me how to do that? Can you teach me how to do that? No. Okay. And he stomps off, shaking the screen violently. Okay. I don't know what to say. Nobody's ever stood up to that thing before. Dad even tried giving him a cut of the business to leave us alone. You mean what you said though? You think the business will fail without us? Yeah, probably. I'm sure it'll be fine. People love largemouth bass. I have no idea. Huh. We're doing the right thing. If I was 100% sure of that when I left, I am now 98% sure, which is still, that's still very high. Yeah, that's pretty high. Well, thanks, stranger. Anyway, for getting Occam's to take a hike. 99 meat. Let's accept the meat and nod at Tom. I know it's not much. Oh, but would you want this? Free sample? Judge's wig. Judges wear these wigs to keep their hair from influencing the case. Plus 10 maximum HP and regenerate 3 HP per round. Enjoy that, but mind you, don't combine it with the jury's wig and the executioner's wig. Nobody should have that much power. Hold on just now. Are you still trying to take us back to Largemouth Bass? Nah, I don't really care, to be honest. You can leave. I don't really need that fishing spot that much. No, you can take the bus. I'll give you my blessing. Thank you, Deacon. Huh? Oh, you said blessings, so I assumed... No, it's fine. It's still nice to have your blessings anyway, thanks. Have a good life, stranger. I know we will. Goodbye, then. Okay. Let's go to Ocean City, then. Not quite to Murray's Antiques yet. Oh yeah, the cow boots, I forgot. We're just leaving traces now that look like cows. Let's talk to Fancy Dan. I found this whiskey. Good deal. I'll add it to the menu right away. I found this crate of bass oil. I don't think people are going to like this very much, but you're the boss. Okay. Is the guy here? The frat guy? Hey pal, thanks for the solid earlier. Those mesquite chips were the real deal. You know, this place could do a bit of that old smoke too. Could do with a bit of that old smoke too. Maybe I'll bring my cue with me next time. Better check with the bartender first. Homemade booze is pretty high octane stuff. You said it. Woo! Okay. Who else do we have here? Gabby is here, of course. The guy dancing weirdly. Those people. The music crowd. Okay. Yeah, that's... Wait. Right, we can go through the back, right? Yeah, there we are. Alright, talk to her. Alright, yeah, we did everything. Time to pick a fourth store, right. The first applicant is Advanced Pants. It doesn't seem to say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that it's pants. The second is Ye Old Chemica, some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. And the last applicant is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. Well, the jewelry stores probably give us rings, right? We have a pretty awesome ring right now, so I don't think I need that. I think Ye Old Chemica is gonna be my choice in this case. Yeah, a potion store would be useful. Okay, I'll get them moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. You set Flamberg's tiny workbench up on your desk. Time to get to tiny work. You find a hook on one of the ceiling beams and hang up your new refrigerator. Cool. You place the glowy orb thing on your knick-knack shelf. Excellent. There we are. Wonderful stuff. Our room is getting better. Bane's acute is still true. I think I'm gonna change out the shoes though, because those are, you know, not that cool. Which ones are we gonna go with? Let's go with the vampire boots. Why not? Floating around a little bit. Sure. Let's go to bed. Catch some sleep. And see what else we can do now. Okay, so a disconcerting dream. It's October 20th, 1902. Are we meeting the Midnight Man? My diary. Write today's entry. This diary is property of Margaret, age 9. All others got to keep out under penalty of law. Dear diary. Okay, I'm gonna need a sip of tea before I read that. Sorry. Oh no, it's still way too hot. Okay, I'm gonna give it a go. Just like this. Okay. Yesterday, our dog Daisy died. Papa said it was bound to happen because she was older than me. Which isn't old for a kid, but it's really old for a dog. He said we'll get a new dog soon, but I was sad anyways. Some birthday. At school today, the teacher asked what we want to be when we grow up. I said I'll be God, because then I can make sure all the dogs live a long time and are always happy. Everyone laughed, and that jerk Billy Gribsley said a girl can't be God. So I said I'll be president instead because that's nearly as good. He said a girl can't be president either. Well, I'll show him. I'm gonna make all kinds of laws about being nice to dogs, and I'll make being a jerk illegal too. So Billy Gribsley goes to jail and can't eat nothing but bread and water forever. So there. Oh. Your desk is covered in Ocean City paperwork. Poindexter, your insufferable bean counter. See what he wants this time. What is it, Mr. Terrence? Madam Comptroller, I merely need your signature on these budget revisions. With this, the remainder of funds currently allocated to municipal services will be redirected to your shadow presidential campaign and your other projects. That sounds a bit obvious. Rest assured, I am only sparing you the detail, which you have made quite clear to me that you find intolerably boring. The transaction will be meticulously obscured through shell corporations, cutouts, offshore accounts, and the like. Alright, good. You'd better not be skimming more of the top than I'm willing to ignore. Certainly not, Madam Comptroller. Let's sign the documents then.